Hello everyone, how's it going? It's me again with session number 4 of Tales of Berseria. I think I said the title correctly, didn't I? Yep, 4th session. Yes, give me a chance to press the button, game. Okay, so yesterday what did we get to? I think we're going to get the... what do they call the plant, the fruit, whatever it is they're getting for the Corsair's Curse, or... no, Corsair's, what's the word? Well, whatever it is. We're going there to get the fruits to cure the shipmates. And the expedition has returned because we are just started the session again. Of course, has to be a loss. I never get 3 wins.
Scout ship.
It's the Reaper's Curse. Okay, so we got to this point. We beat an optional boss over there, and we're at the entrance of what I'm guessing is the forest. War Forest, Emerald Labyrinth.
We need to be careful. There may well be exorcists around.
I think this is the same area as that's the one in Berseria. I can't remember the name, but the wetlands were outside as well. We went to it sort of a late-ish game. Where are the enemies? Okay, so there's a barrier and there's a blue thing. We're gonna need a lot of these cats collectibles. So focus on getting them because I'm guessing the next one is gonna cost me an arm and a leg. Definitely not my left arm though.
This is a dual-layered barrier. It's the Abbey's new invention.
So it's 2 barriers working in tandem then.
That sure sounds like a hell of a lot of trouble just to stop people from coming in.
It really does.
The Abbey's dual-layered barriers are not easily dispelled but can be operated using switches, which activate barriers of the same element. And really dual-layered now, it reminds me when that was a very common term to use considering discs. If a barrier is in your way, find a switch of the proper element and flip it in order to continue. Oh, that's the same symbol as water, isn't it? The... okay, so it changes this to fire and opens that. Okay, so it closes a path, opens another. And now we see enemies, which I guess are... no, this guy's new. This one is a Siemens outside.
Tails again, huh? That Reaper's Curse of yours is consistent, if nothing else. The curse even affects coin flips?
Seems that way.
Amalok's powers affect physical objects and can, at times, even synchronize with their wavelengths. And in your case, it's that coin?
Yeah, that's why it always comes up tails.
You must forgive my skepticism.
Whether you choose to believe it or not is really up to you.
It might be worth noting that coin is also Eisen's vessel. So is that wavelength business the reason why Laphicet always has that compass around him?
That's part of it, but in another sense, it's a kind of proof of his manhood.
Manhood?
Proof of his... manhood?
Must polish you so you don't rust.
That doesn't make any sense. For a praetor, you really don't know that much about the world, do you?
Wait a minute, if he has a compass with him all the time, how does a ship go around without a compass? Reaper's coin continued.
Reaper's curse. The Abbey needs to know about this. I'll have to investigate further. A coin that always comes up tails. Can a Moloch's influence extend so far?
And yes, I do get the joke about his manhood and he's polishing it. Yes, I get the joke. But he's a kid.
I see you're a woman of deep skepticism.
I know it's hard to believe, but Eisen's coin really does only come up tails.
Wait a minute. Are you using some sort of trick on it, Magilu? Oh, your gaze falls on me then? Well, I am a woman of deep skepticism. And one who holds grudges too, apparently. But no, I don't have anything to do with it. In fact, I tried a little spell to make it come up heads, and it wouldn't take hold.
The coin's not gimmicked. There's no trick. See for yourself if you like.
This is the Demon Lord Daus.
Good eye. It's from Carl...
It's from Carlin! I've never seen an authentic specimen! It's incredibly ancient, and yet it looks freshly minted.
There's a reason for that. Gold is normally soft, but they found a way to harden...
I know! They cover the surface of a softer metal with a heat-reactive shaped memory alloy! That's what makes it hard to scratch.
Right.
It's a technique no one alive can duplicate, and it makes any trickery impossible. I might just have to believe in this curse of yours after all.
I thought you said they had made the surface itself harder, not covered it with something else.
I think you're mistaken.
No, I swear you said...
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Shape memory alloy. That's how they did it.
Looks like you want to die.
So he's a bit like Edna in the sense that
Perf almost? Basically perfect, but you know.
the flexing their knowledge and all.
Let's do our best!
That's all, You're wide open! You're wide open!
Try as they might, it won't change anything.
Oh, these guys are not too fast this time around. Yeah, enemies are not too aggressive in terms of following you around in this game compared to Berseria. Unless these wars are going to be really fast.
Let's get started!
No escape! No escape! Don't land! No escape! You're wide open! Who wants some next?
I hope I did a good job.
One thing that is nice about this is I feel like it's a lot easier to combo with it, even against an enemy that's in the air. In Berseria, I felt a lot of my combos were missing for no reason. Alright, this map is done. Oh. We're gonna go south.
So what does this Solitoma flower look
Solitoma.
like exactly?
Not Saltoma.
In a word, ugly. The flower itself is purple with leaves and stem of maroon.
An ugly flower. All right, I'll keep an eye out.
So,
By
alright,
the
symbolism.
way, do you know what Solitoma means in the language of flowers? Was it deceitful coexistence?
What's with that? Even its symbolism is awful.
Deceitful coexistence.
Is it a parasite of sorts?
The perfect flower for us.
What's wrong, Luffy said?
Magilu is right, isn't she?
Could be. Eleanor is from the Abbey. I'm not sure that someone like that would ever genuinely want to make friends with us.
That's what I thought.
But it's not all quarrels between us. There's commonalities, I guess you could call it. We share common ground.
Deceitful coexistence doesn't trouble me at all. I'll always be here for you, Madam Eleanor. You and I shared an eternal vow that binds us together.
All I did was make a pact to tether you. I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk about it in a way that could create the wrong impression.
Madam Eleanor, you're so cold.
Try your eyes, Bienfu. You still have me, don't you?
Oh, Miss Magilu, you're the only one for me, honest.
Good, good. Now think hard on my kindness and do as you're told.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just have to hang in there until I find a new love.
Laphicet, think about deceitful coexistence this way.
Demon, exorcist, Moloch, pirate, witch. We're never going to be a single cohesive unit. But each of us understands where the others are coming from in a way that's very real.
So it's not really a deception.
Yeah, not really. I think selfish coexistence might make the better fit.
Maybe so.
And in the case of Eleanor, it's pretty accurate. I didn't check what color the barrier is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume it's blue. I mean, it's red. So this changes it back to blue. Yeah, blue. We didn't really need to play with that one, did we? Or maybe we did. Maybe there was another barrier in the way that we took down. Otherwise there'd be no point to putting two in one area. Use this chance to save, because why not?
Those purple leaves belong to a salatoma. Be on the lookout for the ugly flowers.
Ugly purple flowers. Got it.
White fragment, okay.
Let's do our best!
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem! Who wants some next? Smash them! You're wide open! You're wide open!
Come on, really?
I think we got some new gear. New boots, yep. Heels. I'm surprised we don't have many belts. Okay, we can go for a thorny waistcoat. Nothing new. Not mastering this anytime soon at this rate. Need to put her in. But if I put her in, she's not going to be doing much damage. Oh, this is a one-way drop. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, maybe I should have. And which one of the guys are enemies? Wonder what kind of enemy we're gonna fight.
Let's do our best! Devour!
You're wide open! Who wants some next? You're wide open! No escape!
No escape! Out of my way!
You're wide open! You're wide open!
Its guardian was angry at it. Hold on.
Ah, there's a barrier. Red barrier, so we need a blue... well, a red thing that we turn blue. Let's look over this way. Maybe I can circle around and disable it somewhere at the top. Nope. It's just a loop. Oh, no. So we went this way, that way. The only map we haven't been to is the one to the south, I guess. And that thing looks happy. When I grow up, I want to be like that. If I grow up.
Are we ready for this?
30,000 is POTUS Fiend.
Now, rise, arise, ascending, angel! It's gonna get ya! Balance order! I will flip!
Let's go! Let's go! Next step! You're wide open! Let's go! How's that? Eat it! No escape! How's that? Crusher! Eat it! Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Perfect mayhem!
Hope this works!
Tremble! Black step! Forget the pain and move! Blades of wind, slice them!
No, I
Who's
can't.
guarding?
Pummel!
This
Wind's not good!
I can heal the wounds, but I feel like that. Devour! Well, this works! Slow down! No escape!
Okay! Wide open!
Devour! Slow down!
How's that? Smash them! Stone lance! Hold up! How's that? Eat it!
Dear police! You wronged me! Here's your justice!
I was gonna miscard him, but
I need to be careful not
He
to
did it.
misuse my power.
oh, we didn't get any experience. I lost quite a bit. Grants a random skill that enhances abilities when HP drops below a certain level on moderate mode or higher. I don't have moderate mode, so sucks to be me. Oh, I looked away and the football score has changed to 5-0. Let's see. That one is mastered. I guess the blouse for me now. Okay, let's head to that south map we haven't touched. I wonder if I should flip the switch before I do or not. Okay, we haven't been to the spot to the west. Oh, there's a cat's chest. Okay, I don't think it's gonna take 200 of me, but it took most of my stuff. Shiba Inu tail. Let's take a peek over here. Or maybe this is the way out, actually. Oh, hello.
You there! What do you think you're doing here?
We could ask the same of you.
Let's go!
Weaklings.
Is something going on back there? They didn't look like they were demon hunting.
Are you making that move? No, it just did it by itself.
Why are you glowing?
He's in sync with his compass, just like Eisen and his coin.
Eisen, you're an Earth Moloch, right? Do you sense anything around here?
No, I don't. It seems Laphicet's senses are sharper than mine.
It stopped, but something still feels wrong.
Like what?
It kind of feels like when we got sealed inside that Earth Pulse.
So a force similar to Inominat's power? I'm starting to think this may be no ordinary demon we're dealing with here.
Let's save. Ugh. Let's go this way. Sandra Sash, I was just thinking I haven't had a belt for her in quite some time. That's quite an upgrade in art attack. I'll take it.
Don't get careless!
That's not good.
It feels like the sound is not same. Everyone is shouting at one thing and I'm shouting at another.
Hey, is everyone alright?
Man, it's funny how much gear we get in this game compared to
Take a look
Berseria.
at this.
Again, has to be one loss at least. Norman Island. I never got the special treasure here, but
Scout.
we haven't leveled up yet, so send it again. Right, which boss is it going to be this time?
It looks like a dead end up ahead. Laphicet, do you feel anything here?
No, not right now. Look! Purple flowers!
Come pull it.
Yep, Solitoma.
Is the demon the real reason the Abbey's closed off the forest?
Worry about it later. It's flower picking time.
Agreed.
It's deflowering time.
What do you think, kiddo? I told you these things were hard on the eyes. I mean, who puts those colors together?
You?
Yeah, they're really nasty looking. But if they help the others,
That's good enough for me.
Lobby set!
This must be the demon we were warned about.
Are you alright?
I'm okay.
So much for this demon being hard to find. Is this the Reaper's curse yet again?
We're just getting started.
Another barrier! That barrier. Even my Praetor hearts can't break that. What's going on here? Why go to such lengths to keep this demon alive?
Either way, I don't think we're hauling home any flowers unless we beat up Mr. Bugglesworth here.
Right. Everyone, let's do this!
Let's speak to this armored cost station, and it has 23,000
This
HP.
thing is so cool. I want to be a bug.
Stop fantasizing and help us get rid of it.
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try. Perfect mayhem!
Stop shitting on my head.
Pressure! Eat it! You're wide open! Let's go! Pull up! Pressure! Eat it! Let's go! Let's go! Pressure! Up! Bubble! Wind light! You're wide open! Burn! Eat it! No escape! Up!
I don't feel like I'm doing much damage.
Pressure! Pressure! Eat it!
Great.
Blaze of wind! Slice them! Air thrust! Hurricane! Wind light! Pressure! No escape! Hurricane! Under pressure!
Better watch your step! Gaze upon my world! I will split!
Hurricane! Under pressure! Hurricane! Killing flash! But I'm this close! I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder!
Gaze upon my fiery mirror! This way!
No escape!
Tornado threat!
I'll
Better
come!
watch your step!
Hurricane! Under pressure! You're wide open!
Tornado threat!
Blaze of wind! Slice them! Air thrust! Blood blast step!
Gaze upon
You're
my
wide
fiery
open!
mirrors!
Again, I looked away and it's 6-0 now.
Phew! Insect collecting is a sweatier hobby than I thought.
Look! Can we keep him?
No, hand it over. I'll dispose of it.
Aww.
The Abbey had some reason for protecting it. Maybe we should keep it alive for observation.
And that's a 7-0 just now. Absolute destruction in football.
You want it, you feed it.
I will! I'll take care of him.
Anyway, now that we've got these flowers, Eleanor and my crew ought to be out of danger.
Hey! Forgetting somebody? It looks like we've closed the door on this little episode. That insect demon was a bit of a surprise, but I still think this curse business is overblown.
I can count on one hand how many have survived more than 3 years at my side. If you're not careful, you might wind up as corpse number 50.
50?
That's how many comrades I've lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just saying, don't let your guard down.
Right.
Now that we've got what we need, we should get back to the ship.
No experience. That's a lot of grade though. Increase map movement speed by 10%. Nice. I'm happy with that.
I wonder what they call this kind of bug.
A
You're
humbug.
way into that thing, aren't you?
Nothing new. Okay, so she has two weapons I can use. Floric Doll is one of them. We didn't really look too deeply at some of these places, I think. That was almost 8-0.
Laffy said, "Can I ask you a bit of an awkward question? What kind of demon would you say Velvet is?"
Well...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not trying to find a vulnerability or anything. I'm only asking out of curiosity.
It's not that I doubt you, Eleanor. I just don't know much about her myself.
You fought against her, haven't you? She consumes her enemies with her left hand and claims their power. She's a demon like absolutely no other. Plunk just about any demon down in front of her, and I bet she could devour it in a single gulp.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much true. Sometimes demons that she doesn't entirely devour turn human again, but
What? You've seen demons turn back into humans?
is it that big of a deal?
Of course it is! Everyone knows that once you catch Demon Blight, that's it. There's no turning back. Although, I did see it happen with the High Priest Gideon. I wonder if there's some kind of connection.
Not that it matters if he turned back, demon or not, he's dead either way.
Whatever it is, it's of no concern to a pirate.
If I were you, I wouldn't worry about what's normal. If things were normal, we wouldn't have found each other.
You have a point.
Sorry I couldn't help, Eleanor.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. But I need to keep digging until I find out more about the kind of demon Velvet is.
I just noticed one thing. Every party member I've had to fight at some point, except Magalu. Maybe I will fight her eventually. Wait a minute, what is this icon? A war point. Okay. Game ends at 7-0. Could have been 8. Alright, we check that chest. No, I think we actually have been everywhere. Except this room here. But why? I'm not expecting much. There's a teleport point though.
You're fighting the Reaper. Let's go.
Come on, really?
I think she's done with all boots. He's done with all boots as well.
That bug, it looks pretty tough. Yeah, I've been around a long time, but I've never seen anything like it. It must be a new species.
Incredible.
A new species is usually named after the person who discovered it. The Laphicet rhinoceros beetle, then?
Rhinoceros beetle? Whoa now, that's a stag beetle if I ever saw one.
No. Those things may look like pincers, but they're actually horns. A three-horned beetle will cause quite a stir in the bug community.
Hey, I know pincers when I see them, and those were some mighty pincers. The Laphicet stag beetle has a better ring to it, right?
What part of that sounds better?
The whole thing. Stag beetles are the strongest after all.
I can't let that go unchallenged. The rhinoceros is the king of beetledom.
Beetledom? More like beetle dumb.
That doesn't help your case at all.
Rogaro, Aizen. I feel a dangerous storm brewing.
The rhino is a one-trick pony with its horn, but a stag can cut its opponents in half. Its weapons can be used in any situation. The stag is a true swordsman.
That's petty trickery. The only beetle with the raw muscle to decide its own fate is the rhino.
But they only live for a year. The stag can survive through the winter.
They live hard and die young. Is the beauty of such a life lost on you?
Why is it that boys get so excited when they talk about bugs?
Rhinoceros, stag, or butterfly. It's all no matter to me.
They all look like cockroaches.
They're totally different!
So, what will you name it? I think Rhinostagros for now.
Yeah, similar thing. We lost connection. Did we lose connection? We're back. A similar discussion was happening in Berseria. When we saw some beetles and they were debating whether they were beetles or... I mean, what kind of beetles they were. Stag or rhinoceros.
Salatoma flowers smell so sweet, like raspberries.
Let me smell. Oh, they smell tasty.
Do they really taste that bad?
They lure you in with their scent, but once that flower hits your tongue, its flavor transforms into something dreadful.
Dreadful like how?
The petals melt into a liquid thousands of times stronger than mint, and the leaves and stem taste richer than the richest beef tongue. The two flavors clash and fizz on your tongue, and your whole body is racked with choking pain.
What?
Seriously?
That's what Ifrit told me anyway.
It's actually true. That's exactly what it's like.
You've tasted it before, haven't you? Is there any way around it?
You can squeeze it, boil it, mix it with honey, but nothing gets rid of the taste. Trying to mix it or sweeten it makes it even harder for some to swallow.
Have you taken yours?
No, I'll do it once I'm back on the ship with the pirates.
Wait, are you the type that puts off unpleasant tasks?
Not at all. I simply cannot be the first to drink it when others are still waiting for us to deliver their doses.
You do know that you'll have to drink double the dose after you start displaying the symptoms, right?
Are you certain?
Quit being so stubborn. It'd be better if you just got it over with.
And you've taken your dose?
No, I don't need to. Having a tethered Moloch drink it is enough to absorb its effects.
But to a Moloch, it tastes...
Yes, the cuter you are, the worse it tastes. It's good to be an exorcist, eh, Eleanor?
Do I have to drink it?
Of course not. I'll suffer through my own dose of Salatoma.
Oh, poo. How dull. Whew.
I've tasted some awful things in the past, but I don't consider myself much of an adventurer when it comes to food. So I can't name a lot of things that were too strange.
You think there's any chance that wanted Moloch would launch an attack here?
His target's probably Loringen, but stay sharp just in case. He might try to break open the bug cage as a diversion.
Wanted Moloch? Loringen?
Zavid.
First that demon Rex Helavis, and then Eleanor betrays us? We're never gonna catch a break.
Quit whining. Cleaning up messes is our job.
Looks like our Abbey buddies are up to something.
And the bug cage. That barrier, I assume?
If so, it won't be long before they find out we broke in.
Then we should make our exit while we can.
It's odd that there isn't a teleporter to the outside. Oh, there is. It was inactive. I guess we're just gonna go back. Zavid. There we are.
Hey, how goes it? Zavid! Easy there, bro. I don't got time to spar today. Got a date lined up.
That artifact you've got belongs to Ifrit. Why do you have it?
Just picked it up off the ground somewhere.
Don't screw with me,
Are
tough
there
guy.
more silver?
I have ways of making you talk.
Ha! I wonder how much pain gets you to open up.
You're the one about to be tested.
It's not up to you how this goes. If I want to talk, we'll talk. And if I want to fight, we'll fight.
And if I want to kiss, we'll kiss.
What are you?
I'd play more, but I don't want to keep old Pointybeard waiting. We'll chat some more later, with our fists.
But to use a pendulum.
Aizen, we need to get the flowers to everyone on the ship.
You can handle it.
But you're...
Let's head back, Laffy said.
All right.
Alright, so we lost him from the party.
Yeah.
That thing Zavid was holding? What do you think that was?
From the sound of it, it seemed to belong to Eifried.
I've never seen any object or art quite like it. Maybe it's that relic Eifried brought back from a continent across the sea.
An art from another continent. Do you think Aizen will be alright?
That Moloch seemed to know what he was doing. I'd rather we just stayed out of his way, but...
First the throne, and now here. What is Zavid after, anyway?
He was probably just making up that date business. But still, old Pointybeard?
Just like Eifried. When I was talking with Benwick, he said Eifried had a pointy beard.
You don't say.
Then I bet Zavid is that wanted Moloch the Abbey's looking for.
You think?
Yeah. He must be aware they're after him. And then he baited Aizen into following him, using something that belonged to Eifried.
And I'm pretty sure Aizen knew that, but he went after him all the same. Ugh, this can only go well, I'm sure.
Is Aizen in trouble?
It doesn't matter either way, if his Corsair Scourge goes untreated. For now, let's get back to the
Corsair
ship.
Scourge, that's the word I was looking for. New stuff. What does she have equipped right now? Ah, okay. Well, let's get this pier and this one as well. The pendant, the belt. Guess we could get another blouse, right? Since we've mastered that, we can swap to this. Unless somehow this blade is really powerful when upgraded, but I doubt it. Unlikely. Looks like a wall I can break. Give me the money. Frenzied Wolf. Burnack Plateau, the Great Junction, level 29. With successive hit, during a Mystic Art, a portion of the expanded PG will be restored. But if the Mystic Heart only has one hit, then what? Yeah, no items here. You just go. What?
Look! A frog! It's unusual to see one this close to the sea.
Hey, I thought of a poem! Day at Port Renede. A frog jumps into the void. The sound of the sea.
Magilu? What was that?
Just a little poem that popped into my head. My inspiration came from pondering the terror a frog would feel if it unwittingly leapt into the salty ocean. That's...
I don't get it at all.
I got another one! Skinny little frog, Magilu is on your side. Do not give up hope.
I guess that one is about rooting for a frog?
That's right. I once bet a fortune on a game of chance involving frogs. That was my inspiration for this one.
Floating frog.
What do you think? Poetic, isn't it?
I think you have a gambling problem.
So, did this skinny frog win?
Nope. I lost my entire bet.
I think we can call that poetic justice.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. Three losses. Amazing. We got 2 potatoes. A whole expedition, and we just get 2 potatoes. Ah, my head is killing me. Really annoying headache. There you go.
We've brought back your solitomas. Drink up.
You've saved us! But where's the first mate?
We bumped into some wannabe tough guy Moloch, and he just took off after him.
What? That must have been Zavid! Why didn't you guys follow him?
And leave you all with the Corsair Scourge?
Yes! Eisen's the one in danger here.
Is it because the Abbey is after Zavid?
So you even knew about it? I heard the details from a merchant who deals with the Abbey. Some big-shot exorcist named Melchior has set up a trap for Zavid and Loringen. If Eisen gets caught up in that, he might not make it out alive.
So now there's Melchior to worry about.
Why is Lord Melchior assuming direct command to capture Zavid?
It's the HKE. How are you? Thanks for the sub. You can finally use your permanent sub status. You'll always be a sub in my heart. Don't worry.
Wait, that's not important. What matters is I can turn Laffy's head over to him and finally return to the Abbey.
Melchior is a legate. A powerful enemy, trap or no.
Ugh, you guys are useless! Well, fine. If you're not going to go help him, we will.
What makes you think you're capable of being any help?
Would you let an ally get slaughtered just because you were scared?
What?
We want to save him. Maybe we'll lose. It still won't stop us. We are the ones who decide our fates. Only us. That's just the creed of Ifrid's pirates.
You're a real hothead, you know that? Nobody said anything about not helping Eisen.
Huh?
You all stay here, take your medicine like good little boys, and be ready to welcome back your first mate and captain.
The captain?
Why else would Eisen knowingly barge into a trap, if not to save Eifried?
Of course! Leave the ship and crew to me.
Here, this one's for you.
Those pirates haven't a lick of sense in them.
They don't let reason dictate who they protect.
If you say so, Demon.
Why would you need maintenance for a game no one plays? That is a mystery. Berseria is, so far it's alright. I mean, I wouldn't say any Tales game is a masterpiece. They generally go from to decent. I don't think any Tales game has really blown me away. Symphonia was decent for the most part. I didn't finish it though, so maybe it gets better in the end, but it was one of the better ones for sure. Arise I haven't played. I played Zestiria before this, and it wasn't good. It was one of the
About where Eisen's headed.
Those exorcists were talking about some place called Loringen.
Yes, it's a tower in the northern part of Westgand where the exorcists train.
Lines up with what Benwick told us. That must be the place.
There must be a lot of exorcists. Hang in there, Eisen.
That'll take more than basic exorcists to do him in.
We ought to pity any poor exorcists who meet the Reaper.
Right. Let's work together and find him.
You didn't know about DFFOO? I pity the fool who doesn't know. I would never think the Tales game is one of the best series. It's one of the more consistent ones, I would say. I'll give it that. I don't think any of them have been too memorable to me. I would struggle to tell you a lot about any of them. I might remember the protagonists, a few of the side characters, but I wouldn't say the plots are always very memorable. I mean, I played some of them a while back. I played most of the mainline series. Panzer Fog. Why am I talking to this guy? Slowly drifting north. Okay, so the... Is this how they're explaining the fact that the Zestiria is one continent? It still sucks that the map was bad. Oh, I've been playing, yeah, for a few years. It's one of the best gacha games. Although that's an empty statement, but it is pretty good. One of those, I don't know why people even spend money in it, because you really don't need to spend any money.
Solitoma is as awful as I remember. I'd hoped I'd never have to drink it again.
Are you alright, Eleanor?
Is this your second experience with the Corsair Scourge?
No, I had it for a different reason. In the Abbey, it's tradition for initiates to drink Solitoma as part of their welcoming festivities.
Call it hazing.
Sounds like hazing to me.
Exactly.
When everyone shares the same experience, drinking something so shockingly revolting, our bonds are strengthened. It's a good thing.
Hazing.
If you say so.
I really did believe I'd never have to taste it again. To be blunt, I hate it.
You're lucky you think it tastes so terrible. That means you also know what tastes good. Right, Velvet?
What does that mean?
Velvet can't taste anything aside from blood.
What? Is that because she's a demon?
I'm aware of one other flavor. Mogulu, here's your dose of Solitoma.
No!
Get back here!
Don't! Keep that salad away from...
I see. The sweet taste of another suffering.
I mean, I've recommended the game to you a few times. I would say Alice is nowhere near that. I mean, the story is not amazing, it's just an excuse to put Final Fantasy characters from different games together. Battle system is kind of turn-based, it's not like the original Dissidia games. The character roster is quite varied, some obvious omissions for no reason. Now may not be the perfect time to come back, but start an account, but you can still get some decent characters.
Why does it seem like everyone around me is completely mad?
Yeah! Continuing to fight when you know you'll lose just is insane!
Would you stand around and watch your comrade die just because you're scared?
I wouldn't want to, but getting myself killed wouldn't save anyone either.
Yes, it would be illogical to fight.
Is being illogical really that bad?
Well...
At the Empyrean's throne, I remember Velvet standing, despite the horrible pain she felt. Rokuro is training with all his heart in order to defeat his brother Shigure. And Kurogane used up his own head to forge a powerful blade.
None of that is very logical.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to put it, but...
I've only ever used an emulator on my computer for work reasons. Never really to play stuff. I should have done that, but eh. And yeah, if you're constantly working from home, I can see the appeal.
I think it's all amazing.
Aren't you forgetting someone?
Magilu is traveling with us, even though she doesn't care. And that...
Yes, go on.
It's
I
weird.
don't really understand what that's about.
Miss Magilu, hang in there!
Well, it is amazing in some sense, I suppose.
No, nothing too major happened. I mean, it was a half-day work yesterday because the match was starting at 1 p.m. And then they announced that today, the following day, is a day off. And then my bank messaged me telling me spending money on cafes or restaurants today did give me 21% cash back, 21 because the score was 2-1. You know, nothing too major. Yeah, people lost their minds.
Hello there. You're headed to Loringen Tower too? Just a bit ago, a brawny, silver-haired man asked me how to get there.
Did he say why he was going there?
Something about meeting some friends of his. Exorcists use that tower to train, right? If he has exorcist friends, then maybe he's one too. But he seemed a bit rough and tumble to be an exorcist. I can't imagine a man like him.
Did he say anything else?
He said someone else might
She can't imagine a man like him.
tower, and told me to tell him if they do. Did he mean you?
No clue.
So he was planning on us following him. What's he scheming?
You mean Zavid? Or the Abbey?
Both.
And today, kind of similar upset happened where Germany lost to Japan, so I guess it's not the usual result.
Loringen Tower lies beyond the Bernac Plateau.
Blah! If you're gonna set up an obvious trap, couldn't it at least be someplace more convenient?
Alright. Let's go to Brokeback Plateau. And that path was blocked earlier, so we've never been there. But it's kind of silly that they're saying, oh, the continents are drifting, so it's only going to be one piece of land later on. Because the world map for Zestiria was just awful. I can't recall a JRPG that didn't have any port. It was weird. Like, surely not the whole world was that small. Doesn't make sense. Basically, Zestiria is a this is a prequel to Zestiria.
What's wrong, Lafayette?
I was just wondering why Eisen and Zavid can't work together to find Eifried.
All men their age care about is their reputation, their street cred. Such a hassle.
Oh, really?
Well, I can't fully deny it.
The same could be said of women, and of everyone, really. It's hard to work alongside someone unless you strive to understand their thoughts and feelings.
And if you can't?
Well,
It's like Zavid said. You start talking with your fists instead.
Sounds harder than I thought.
I mean, for the most part, there are self-contained games. There are some exceptions, this one being the major one, I would say. You could argue Fantasia's world is actually the same world as Symphonia and I think a few other games. But there is really no real connection, it's just called the same, and also here on one character's coin, they reference the main antagonist of Tales of Phantasia, the very first Tales. But there really isn't any connection. The other, well, I would say the strongest connection was between Tales of Exilia 1 and Tales of Exilia 2. But that's kind of obvious, one is sequel to the other. This one, it basically takes place many centuries before Zestiria, so it's a case of kind of giving you a glimpse of how things turn out the way they did. Some areas are kind of the same but different. Still same. And some characters are back.
And another one down.
Your style is really unique.
Let's do a quick save, because I'm gonna fight this thing here and I might get my ass kicked. Okay, we get it, you lived.
Are we ready for this?
Level 29, this is the one we saw earlier in town, mentioned. That got 30%. Demi-human, fiend. I'm probably gonna go the lazy way. Ah.
You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fight in order! Slow down! I'll escape! Take that! I'll help you! Slow down! You won't get away! Hurry your way!
Deception!
Get over here.
No mercy! Wounds that won't heal! Carved into flesh!
And he's dead.
Did you think you could escape me?
Zero experience. They are really noisy in this game, because everyone is screaming their own thing. it doesn't usually feel this noisy in a Tales game. I don't know why it's like this. A successive hit during a mystic arc portion of the expanded be alright, we read that thing already. I mean, it's almost, well, maybe it is as bad as Xenoblade 2. That was bad.
Whoa! Hot water is spouting out of the mountain.
And look at those rainbows.
No, the earth is farting through the water.
The Bernac Geyser. The water heats up from underground until the pressure forces it to spray up from the surface.
And the rainbows are caused by light reflecting from the salts suspended in the mineral water. It took tens of thousands of years for the minerals to accumulate here and form this phenomenon.
Wowee!
That was very educational.
At least you know plenty of trivia, if nothing else.
Additionally, the groundwater veins that feed this geyser are connected to the sea. Because of this, every now and then a boiled octopus or crab will shoot out from the geyser!
No way!
That's impossible. Well, not impossible, but
with the salt content of the geyser's water, I bet they're seasoned to perfection.
Magilo, I'm declaring your bizarre imagination the 8th wonder of the world.
People say that all the time.
Just drop some pasta here and will be cooked al dente by the time it's out. Every time I see pink, I think, hey, we found a chest, but it's not a chest.
I can fight you! Slow down! No mistake! Take that! You won't get a whoop! Is that all you got?
No escape!
No escape! You won't get a whoop!
No escape!
The thing is, no one is trying to escape here.
Victory is ours.
The reason I'm doing the combo I'm doing right now is stun. It has a lot of stun potential. Oh, the first Xenoblade did not have things as bad as Xenoblade 2. It was, sure, in terms of how much screaming there is. They just made it worse in Xenoblade 2. Like, a lot worse.
I can fight you!
Hold up!
Slow down! Take that! Devour! Slow down! No escape! Finish! It hurts! Take that! Devour! Split! Slow down! No escape! That was perfect! Finish!
Come on, really?
Should get the cooking level. I haven't looked at the cooking menu in a while. Level 4 at the moment.
I won't run away! Take that! Devour! Slow down! Fiery mirror! Slow down! Slow down!
Deception!
Take that! Slow down! No escape! Finish! Slow down! Darken like that! Devour!
He dodged it.
Slow down! No escape! Too slow! Slow down! No escape! Out of my way! Water mine! Take that! Devour!
Under pressure! See this?
Slow down!
One down.
No escape! You won't get away!
You're not hurt, are you?
I think a lot of people like the series because it's an action JRPG. They weren't as common back in the day. Is there anything else I missed while I was fighting enemies? I mean, back in the day was this, Star Ocean. They were very similar in at least the older ones. 2D and then they kind of changed. I mean, there was still decent turn-based to an extent. Plus, you can always go back to older games. I streamed Shadow Hearts. Well, I streamed Kodelka Shadow Hearts 1 and 2 some time ago. Oh, hey, Eisen.
Eisen!
Did you get the medicine to the ship's crew?
Yeah.
Good. My thanks to you.
These soldiers won't be happy in the morning, but they're alive. Is this your work?
No. They were like this when I got here. It must have been Zavid.
He didn't kill a single one. Interesting.
Zavid not killing?
He's going to great lengths to arrest him.
Even so, he clearly knows he's walking into a trap. What I don't get is why he roped me into all of this. If he didn't want my help, then what need did he have to play the I freed card on me?
Because he wanted you to say I freed him.
Why did you come?
To see for myself. When I met Ifrid, I was wallowing in despair that I would ever find a way to break the Reaper's curse. Stop denying reality, he told me. If you were really born with that curse, then it's a part of you. But if the Reaper learns to grasp the wheel of his life, even he may find his creed, his path through stormy waters. And so, I joined him aboard the Von Eltia.
A creed of life.
Let's say someone's murdered the captain. If it came as the result of him living life on his terms, I could accept that. But if anyone, and I mean anyone, tries to crush his way of life, I could never forgive them.
Who's there?
It's rude to eavesdrop.
If you got secrets, talk about them at home.
Zavid, isn't there any way you and Eisen can work together somehow?
Not if he's going to keep acting like this.
Well, that's how it is.
Shadow Hearts is great, except Google, when you Google it sometimes, Google can correct you and say, do you mean Kingdom Hearts? Shadow Hearts is basically a turn-based JRPG with horror elements, and the combat system relies on timing. Kodelka is kind of the prequel to it. There are some connections, but they're not too major. I only really played Kodelka recently. Back in the day, I only played Shadow Hearts, and I didn't really miss too much. Yeah, I streamed both games, and they were good. Second one basically improves upon the first one in so many ways, and this year they actually announced that they're doing a spiritual successor to Shadow Hearts and Wild Arms. It was a joint Kickstarter. They met the goal within like 20 hours or less. So there was that.
What was the point of all that posturing? He could have just stayed hidden. Weirdo.
Can't disagree there.
Our house.
Loringen Tower's a training ground for exorcists, right?
Yes, it's a great edifice built on ancient ruins.
Laphicet, did you ever go there when you were tethered to Teresa?
I don't really remember the beginning of my service to Teresa.
I see.
What sort of training do they do there?
Exorcists are tested and assigned Malachim equivalent to their aptitude with mana. It's also where they practice Malach arts and study our laws.
So the lower ranks use it as a sparring ground in order to train up to the higher ranks?
No, an exorcist's affinity to mana is not something that strengthens through training. We are given Malachim based on our inborn ability, then learn arts to suit that ability.
So, an orderly is an orderly for life then.
Correct.
There'd be no spirit of competition then. Don't they want to get stronger, to advance through the ranks?
There'd be no purpose to advancement. Rank signifies nothing more than the type and number of Malachim one can tether. People join the Abbey for only 2 reasons: to protect people from demons, and to save the world.
Are all of you that dedicated to asceticism?
How sickeningly noble of you.
I wonder if your wills are suppressed just like those of the Malachim you use.
Her head is in the
I never
clouds.
possibly understand our motives. In any case, that is who awaits you at Loringen Tower.
So we're in for a rough welcome. I say bring it on.
I mean, not only is it a horror JRPG, it also mixes historical elements into it.
This recipe looks real tasty.
It's carrot juice, how can that be tasty?
Scout ship.
I hate carrot juice. I hate cooked carrots or carrots processed in any way. Just give me raw carrots, please. And that's mastered. Let's go with a shock ward. I would say Shadow Hearts becomes less and less horror as the series goes on, but that doesn't really make it worse. It increases the comedy element, which was kind of rare at the time.
I can't wrap my head around Zavid.
We witnessed his unwillingness to kill before, but it seems he's quite serious about it.
Maybe that's why I don't feel scared of him. Even when he and Eisen were about to fight, I didn't feel tense at all.
Perhaps that's just because you've been around Velvet a bit too long, kiddo. Next to her, few people are frightening.
Do you think so?
Don't ask me.
He doesn't come across as vicious. I think that's why you're not scared.
Because he's just a brawler?
Maybe he's just naive.
Okay, so he's just a naive brawler. He's still involved with Eifried's disappearance, and he's also taking on the Abbey. I just don't get him.
Me neither.
Uh-huh.
I agree, but I don't understand any of you either.
Well, we don't have enough to open. Yeah, we need 145. We have 31. This will be the second chest we can't open. Hopefully I can come back to this place. But the funny thing is, when I played Shadow Hearts this time around, I realized how much I can break the game, and I can make it a cakewalk.
Get what?
Why did Eifried let Eisen join his ship, knowing he carried the Reaper's curse with him? What good did it do? I just don't see the reason behind it.
Well, if it were me who had that curse, it would mean that you and Velvet could die because of it, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
If that's the case, then I'd feel like I'd both want to and not want to be close to you two. And I'd probably really, really hate myself for it.
Do you suppose that's how Eisen feels? But Eifried still took him in. He agreed they'd put up with the curse together.
It's all a bit hard to fathom.
Well, if one thing's for certain, it sounds like Eifried's a very strong man. At least for a base lawless pirate.
How do we get down? Oh, there's a path, isn't there? Yep. Some kind of a ramp and... Oh, this is the tunnel we were at early in the game. What was that?
Aizen, can I ask you about that thing Zavid had?
No.
It belonged to Ifrid, didn't it? I've read much of the Abbey's archives on weaponry, but I've never seen anything like it.
He found it when we crossed to the far continent. It's a relic from a long-vanished civilization. He's like me and can't resist a good treasure. But of everything we've found, that one was his most prized.
What is it?
I can't say. It seemed like a weapon, but Ifrid wouldn't let anyone touch it. He went off and tested it on his own, then came back all grinning, saying he had an ace up his sleeve the next time we got into a fight.
Then it's definitely some sort of ancient combat device? But why is Zavid looking for Ifrid? To apologize for stealing it?
He doesn't seem like that much of a gentleman.
Did he really steal it?
What do you mean?
It's just my feeling, but Zavid doesn't seem like the type of Malak to steal something so precious.
He said he just picked it up. Perhaps he's trying to return it.
Perhaps.
Are there any vines over here? Oh, there are. I completely missed that arrow. Just need 100 more. Easy. Garish pink shirt. Oh, he's mastered everything. Keep him with us. When is she gonna master this spear? Oh, new pendant. I forgot that I bought him something new. New area or... Let me just get the name. East Lebanon Tunnel. Yeah, I'll come back later. I feel like there aren't really many optional areas this time around. Oh, they respawned. I found my farming spot. We're gonna get 145, then I'm gonna run back. Surely there's a better spot though. And just 9 every trip is a little slow. Because I can't guarantee I will be able to come back later on to this area. Watch the game crash on me as soon as I get 165. Which is why I should do a quick save. Yes, I'm the guy who always says he hates grinding. But it depends on what I'm grinding against. So zoning to a completely different map resets them. I thought maybe it's just zoning between general maps, but no, it has to be a completely different area. Alright, final trip. And then we're gonna backtrack to the previous map and open that chest. Then go home and cry alone. Our objective is to the west. Let's either go north and maybe we can unlock the gate.
Guess it's time to fight. Devour.
It also had east, but I'm not gonna do that yet.
I unleashed all my power. Maybe I overdid it.
I'm gonna check the north gate because I saw a chest. No one is by the gate anymore. Right, this just takes me back. What did we just get? Heat shell. Oh, we finally got to the next tier of healing items. I say finally as if... Actually, is there anything near here? Nope. Because we couldn't get anywhere near the gate before. Oh, there's a herb over there. Right, let's go west. Wait a minute, this is yeah, that would make it the desert, wouldn't it? Yeah. This is that tower that was destroyed in Cesteria, was already destroyed.
They're really not bothering to hide this trap.
They probably knew we'd sense it. The question now is just what they're planning to spring on us.
So I guess it went from Lothringen to Logren, probably just a name that got distorted with time. And the climate changed considerably. Tower of the Exorcists. Feels kind of bigger too. Yeah, this whole thing was destroyed. Barely any of it was left. I'm gonna find another cat's box. If only I could open it.
Eisen, when and how did Eifried disappear exactly? And how did you two meet in the first place?
Before the beginning of the game?
You know, you ask an awful lot of questions about us.
What? I don't mean to pry, really. Perhaps it's a habit I picked up from my work. Drat. It seems I've been digging too hard.
No matter. Eifried vanished about a year ago. He agreed to fight a duel against someone, and secretly left to meet his opponent. Once we figured out what was happening, we rushed to the scene. But all we found was the aftermath of a fight, and a pendulum.
Was Zavid his opponent?
Given his choice of weapon and his ability to fight, I'd say it's likely.
What I don't get is why Eifried would end up captured and imprisoned by the Abbey after a fight with a stray Moloch.
The Abbey had him prisoner?
On their island. Until an exorcist named Melchior took him away, that is.
What? Lord Melchior did?
The Abbey would have captured Eifried about a year ago. Surely it must have caused quite a stir.
I was simply patrolling. I wasn't involved in any such operations. Oh, but I do remember that we suffered a great number of casualties around that time. I never heard why, and when I went to investigate, I found no records of any major deployment. And then I was ordered to cease any such investigation by Lord Melchior.
That's fishy.
He wanted to hide something, clearly. And I think I'm starting to get a picture of what it was.
And it involves the Abbey?
And this is where we fought the Maven later on. Another weapon. I'm guessing it's a boss fight inside. Yep, we need 140. And we don't have it. We already had a simple ribbon. Alright, we'll go through that door, and is there any way to peek inside? Nope. But I'm sure it's a boss fight. Boss fight against what? I do not know. Oh, that's Ifrid. So let's save and let's call it first part of the stream, because I'm going to be back in a few minutes after the break. I'm going to be running some ads to disable pre-roll ads, but won't miss anything because I'm going to be back after the ads are over. So a few minutes, stretch your legs, scratch your back, go to the toilet, do whatever you have to do, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what's behind door number 1. Technically number 2, right? Because we went through this one. Cutscene and a fight, presumably. Well, they didn't grow flowers yet. They will grow flowers eventually.
Eifried.
So, this is Von Eifried.
Eisen, it's good to see you again.
So you're alive. You could have sent a letter.
I was expecting him to be a demon.
When have you ever written a letter to another man?
True. Aside from my little brother, not even once.
Your brother? Ah, yes. You told me that once. Eisen, why?
I've got no brother.
I was about to say brother.
Enough of your tricks!
Edna. So Melchior is
Luring him out. I owe you one.
one for illusions.
Zavid.
Now come on out, you old coot.
Lord Melchior.
Breaking through my double illusion. Impressive.
I make it a point not to fall for the same tricks twice.
I shouldn't have let you get away last time. I won't make that mistake again.
Why am I here?
Her consciousness has returned, so that is its power.
Oh, is this? Is this the wyvern I end up killing in Zestiria? It is. It is.
He turned her into a demon. What? This can't be happening.
The chain reaction. Your Reaper's curse is quite the dreadful affliction, isn't it?
Don't you run away!
Heads up! Wyvern's coming!
Okay, 3 of them. Weak to hidden arts.
Why would an exorcist create a demon?
Hey, worry about that later. We've got damn dragons to take care of.
Spirit release! You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fighting order! Take that! Devour! I'll help you! Take the town red! Slow down! Finish! Phalanx ray! Slow down! Shield Steeper, slow down! Shield Steeper! Slow down! Slow down! Now, rise! Arise! Ascending! Angel! Crushing weight! Slow down! Crushing weight!
Where are the cards? Give me the cards. All the credit cards.
I'll finish this! Smash them! Stone lance! Stone lance! Crusher! How's that? No escape! No escape! Tremble! Smash them! Stone land! Wind land! Tremble! Flash them! No escape! Armor cruiser! Armor cruiser! Smash them! Stone land! Flash them! Flash them! Punch it! No escape! No escape! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! Smash! Stone land! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! Punch it! No escape! Eat it! Eat it! Not good! Form forward! Hurricane! Hurricane! Form three! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! You're wide open! Burn! Punch! Eat it! Eat it! Hurricane! Eat it! Eat it! No escape!
Okay, one is down.
Deception!
Get this. Thank you.
Flash! But I'm this close! I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder!
No. We killed 2 in 1.
Looks like you got caught in your own trap, old man.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Maybe he enjoys this.
What the?
I'll take care of the last one.
He just saved the wyvern?
You folks jump in and kill without a second thought. Is that your creed?
Marvelous. Your Siegfried is just the power I've been looking for.
What?
My work here is done.
The hell did you do? Wait, damn you! Follow them!
That's a lot of experience. And a lot of grade. The ability to trigger random poison-related skills. Heaven's Claw, only available when Therionized. Hold R2 after the first hit of a combo to activate. Therionization counts as a status ailment, meaning Velvet's HP cannot be restored by gels or arts while she is under its effects. However, she can still regain HP through Break Souls, which is useful when you want to keep her in her Therionized state. How is that different from... Again, we had one fail.
Scout ship.
How is this different from what she currently has? While in Therian form. Nothing new. Succubus horn earrings and tarnished earrings. Let's go with the tarnished ones and chocolate idol. Battle boots. Sure, why not? Still haven't mastered this.
Where the hell did they go?
Find them. They can't have gotten far.
Nice.
Damn. He's sure got some speedy legs for an old fart.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Zavid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it when you can just copy its hidden formula? Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
And we'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said. Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Eifried.
Zavid, you were once their slave?
Yeah. My mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Eifried aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes. The fight we had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Eifried away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard, playing tricks with people's minds.
But why'd he grab Eifried and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Eifried knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Got it. We're done here.
Huh? That was easy.
Eifried only says I'm counting on you to people he trusts.
Is that so?
So, what are you gonna do now?
Gotta keep looking for Eifried. Still gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the Exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Eifried's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Eifried, you probably ought to team up with us.
I don't think it's gonna join as a party member.
No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eisen and Zavid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles. even though they're so different.
You don't have to provide commentary, kid.
Just like humans.
Melchior's illusions.
Well, that was sure something. Melchior and his illusions are cheats.
There's no cheating in combat.
What I meant is that they were awfully dirty tricks for an upstanding exorcist.
And the illusions seemed so real. Had that gone on any longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell what was real and what was fake.
If it can't be distinguished from reality, perhaps one could live a happier life within the illusion.
That sort of happiness can rot.
You think so?
But by using illusions, you can defeat an opponent without causing them any physical harm.
Oh, how humane. Wow, the Abbey is so great.
Lord Melchior is an exemplary man who has served Lord Artorias since before the Abbey's founding. He's done everything from logistical planning to defense strategy and even political negotiations. He shows the utmost concern, even for his opponents, so...
He turned a friendly Moloch into a dragon.
That was...
Physical wounds can heal. Emotional wounds never fully fade.
Yeah, but...
Don't lose heart, Eleanor. Foul play is foul play, but you're talking to a demon and a witch. Who can judge?
I appreciate that you're trying to console me, but as an exorcist, I cannot accept this.
So it looks like Magalu has some connection to Melchior. Give me a sec.
When that penalty was awarded, putting the ball right under his arm.
There we go. Yeah, I was checking the match. For some reason the stream froze on me. I'm keeping it in my peripheral vision. Now I forgot to mute it for a second, which is what you were hearing earlier. Surprisingly, Canada is not getting thrashed. I didn't even realize Canada knows which side of the ball to kick. Just trying to collect all of these things. Because there is an unopened cat's chest over here. It won't be enough, but probably another trip will get it to me. $140. Yeah, I think another trip is enough. Definitely one more trip is enough. Because again, I don't know if I'll be able to come back here. I've already missed one. I don't want to miss more. And I'll probably be able to go back to one I missed, but maybe it will take some time. Because there was a demon there, so... I don't get the point of this. Just let me open the chests. Like, this is just a waste of time. It serves no purpose. Just like my stream. And we're out of here. Save.
I thought I smelled someone pondering. What's on your mind, Laphicet?
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all, but do you know anything else about it, Rokuro?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords. That contraption doesn't interest me much.
I suppose that makes sense. But it looked real powerful.
Just guessing based on how we saw Zavid use it, I'd say it amplifies his power somehow.
An amplifier. It's true that he seemed to get stronger when he fired it at himself.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusions back there?
That was also amplification. The Malachim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them past their limits and kablooey.
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and defensively. It must be very hard to master.
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with it. Not that I really care.
We go with the umbrella.
Laffy said? May I ask you something?
What is it?
The girl with the umbrella from Lord Melchior's illusion. What is her connection to Eisen? I don't think he'd answer if I asked him myself.
I don't know. I was wondering about her as well. She was pretty, wasn't she?
Oh, so you like a girl who's cute, but with a bit of sophistication.
Really? I thought his type was more like
Shh.
What's going on?
We were discussing a delicate topic. Laphicette's first crush, if you must know.
Oh.
No, we weren't. We were just talking about the umbrella girl from the illusion.
The umbrella girl. That illusion made Eisen hesitate. She must be really important to him.
Indeed. It must be a deep, naughty relationship.
Come on now.
Like a wife he wants to leave but he can never let go. Or a lover from whom he can't move on.
Just
No,
a sister.
That's too wild, and she's too young.
Yeah, it's not that. What's more likely for a self-serving pirate is a daughter from a woman who only knows him by a fake name, perhaps one whom he cast aside, or who cast him aside!
And maybe she was somebody he couldn't marry for some reason. But when she died, he raised her daughter for her.
He had been friends with her since they were children, but they only realized their true feelings after they had been married to someone else.
Is this their idea of romance? In any case, beware of girls, Laphicette.
Right.
The stream died again. Would have to refresh the stream. Give me a sec. Yeah, I shouldn't be watching football at the same time as this, but there was a possible penalty for Canada, and it was not accepted as a penalty. And this is really a long way away.
Don't get careless! Take that! Devour! Blow them! Finish! Throw it! Take that! Devour! Clear up! Blow them! Next! Hurricane! Blow them! Take that! Devour! Hurricane!
Victory is ours.
Yeah, it feels like they can't really catch up to me. Enemies, that is.
On to battle.
Yes, yes, I know. I'm incredible.
Let's see. Is that his best gear? Looks like it. Oh, new bracelets. Oh, Belgian goal. That's quite an upgrade. Nice.
Now what are we gonna do?
What's wrong?
This dog came up with a book in its mouth. Here, take a look.
Huh. It looks pretty old. I've never seen this kind of writing before.
It's not ancient Avarost, that's for sure. Part of it looks like a chronology, so maybe it's a history book?
If I were to guess, I'd say they're Meliodosian characters, which would peg it at about 2,000 years old. It's more recent than Avarost, but the writing has fallen completely out of use.
All kinds of notes are written throughout the book, too. Someone must have been studying it.
If it's research material, that might make it Videl's book.
Videl? Who's that?
He's a weird kid who's way into studying history. He lives at the inn.
Could you maybe deliver the book to him for us? We were told not to get too close to him, so...
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Okay. So that is some kind of quest. That's a decent amount of money. Nothing new. Already killed 10 of them.
My book! My book! Where could I have left it?
Are you Videl? Is this yours?
My book! Oh, that book is super important to me. Thank you.
I'm Laphicet. I hope you don't mind that we flipped through some of it. Can you actually read Meliodosian script?
You recognize Meliodosian writing? That's unusual in this day and age.
Oh, it's not that big of a deal, really.
When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer who travels the world and explores lots of ruins. So to make sure I'm ready for anything, I've been studying ancient history, starting with the Era of Darkness.
The Era of Darkness? You're referring to the Dark Period, right?
Right. Almost no written records from the age have survived. But if you compare the history before and after, you can tell something major must have happened.
Wow, that's fascinating.
I know!
Look at those two, all worked up over an old book.
My little brother was just like that too. Luffy and our brother used to.
We've received reports of suspicious persons in the area. Have you seen anything?
Not good. They're onto us.
Quickly, hide in my house.
Videl, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Sorry, sir. I've been absorbed in my book.
That's all right, thanks. Look, I know it must be tough living alone with your mom. Just remember, your father's a praetor. He's out there fighting to protect us all. Keep your chin up for his sake at least, all right?
But then I want to be able to look down at the book. Why wouldn't they check the inside of the inn?
Thanks for your help, Videl.
Or is that the house, not the
Your
inn?
father is an exorcist?
Yeah, he is. But don't worry, I won't say anything about you and your friends. I'm your friend too.
Really?
And to prove it, I'll let everyone in on a big secret.
And hello, Shiro. How are you?
This book tells you how to make an Omega Elixir, an incredibly ancient and powerful medicine. If I'm reading it right, you need 5 ingredients in order to create the elixir. I've only translated one of them so far, but I'll tell you what it is.
That's really nice of you, Videl. But I don't have any way to repay you for this.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. I'd just like it if you came and talked with me again sometime.
Of course. What are friends for?
Water Friends number 4.
The Omega Elixir. That's an ancient medicine said to be able to cure any disease. But it was my understanding that no samples or recipes survived the Era of Darkness.
Meliodacian script was used prior to the Era of Darkness, so I guess it's possible that Videl's recipe might be legit.
He's just a kid. I don't know how much we can trust his translation.
You saw his notes. I doubt many adults could even get anything out of that book. He might be onto something.
Kids are more capable than we give them credit for, especially where their interests lie.
I think we can trust Videl.
Luffy used to read books intently like that too.
Furthermore, couldn't a hypothetical Omega Elixir be quite useful to you, Velvet?
Luffy said, you look like you really want to track down those ingredients.
Yeah, I do.
Personally, I don't really care. But if you want to look for them, I won't stop you.
Okay.
Right. Come up with a new recipe. And of course, no 3 wins. Why do I even try? We need to level up.
Scout.
Yeah, this is the inn. It's not really his house. Just default to yes, please. What are you looking at? Take a picture, it will last longer.
This big storm came and swept me out to a Class 4 island, and let me tell you, it's as bad as the rumors make it sound. I wanted to just wait it out in a shipyard somewhere, but then The water turned all gooey. Then I had these jellyfish things coming onto the deck, and before I knew it, slugs were swimming around in the damn ocean.
Wouldn't the salt in seawater mess up a slug?
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but these weren't no sea slugs neither. It was scary, I'll tell you that much. You want my advice? Stay the hell away from that island altogether. But if you do go, watch out for that gooey stuff.
What did that pirate mean by Class 4? I've never heard of that.
It's a classification the Abbey uses to help inform their strategy, an estimation of how well they've been able to manage the demon outbreak in an area. Administrative Zone Classes 1 through 3 have been assigned a suitable contingent of exorcists to guarantee the population's safety.
So, Class 4 administrative zones are ones that are still unsafe?
In a perfect world, the entire kingdom would be protected, but there's just not enough manpower to go around. The Abbey doesn't send exorcists to remote areas and far-off islands. Instead, they avoid casualties by making those areas off-limits.
But that pirate mentioned he'd come close to an island. Are those policies actually enforced?
They send out an official notice to stay away, and that's all. It's not like they could blockade every tiny remote island out there. So you're free to dive into the deep end if you want, but no one will come to your rescue. Hope you know how to swim.
If they could keep the demons in check, they wouldn't have to tell people to stay clear. Frankly, I think the Abbey just doesn't want to go near places like that.
In other words, these are dangerous places that the Abbey has washed their hands of.
Makes you wonder how much they can administrate these places when they're not willing to get their hands dirty.
Are there many Class 4 administrative zones?
I've heard of 10 such regions in my time working as an inspector for the Abbey, but I'm afraid I couldn't tell you their exact locations or their current status.
If the Abbey abandoned this island, it's probably safe to assume that it's getting to be pretty dangerous.
If we go there, we're gonna want to be prepared.
So what is it like? Well, you can go to a Class 4 administrative zone. Is it some kind of an arena of sorts?
Demons! There's more of them! A whole band of them rampaging through Roaring Forest!
There was already one dangerous demon in those woods, and now we have more! And they're still on the loose! A lot of exorcists have come to deal with them, but...
What do these demons look like?
That's what I want to know. Those Abbey people won't tell us nothing. Every time a demon comes around, it's all, show us your cargo this, and don't leave port for a while that. How are we supposed to catch any fish?
These demons really are a pain in the neck. If I was an exorcist, I'd lay down some justice, I tell ya. At the end of the day, it's not the demons or the exorcists that have it rough. It's us normal folk.
Anyway, you guys should be careful. There are demons about.
Thanks for the warning.
Let's see the recipe. Oh, it is some kind of an arena. And that's not the thing. Valuables. Vester tunnels. Long Dow's dust. Vester tunnels. Vester tunnels were the one with the smith, right?
All right.
Rogani?
Sorry to worry you.
And the captain?
It turned out to be a fake. But now I know the real one's still alive somewhere.
Well, of course he is.
Not that he has a lot of time left.
What do you mean?
Calm down. I'll explain later.
Eisen! You stay calm too, okay?
And you've all taken your salatoma?
Yes, sir.
And nobody died?
All still kicking.
Compared to your curse, sir, this sickness was tiny potatoes.
All right. Then let's get ready to sail out.
Already done, sir.
We're ready whenever.
The Pirate's Creed, huh?
There's worse out there.
Look at them there, sitting, fishing. Let's go back to this port. And I want to check the smithy. Oh wait, what am I thinking? The smithy is on the ship now. But it should be investor tunnels, but where? Oh, it actually marks it. Nice. Too bad I have to go the long way around. Wait, you got a problem fishing with armor? It's like easy mode. I feel like the stream is not really... I mean, the game itself is not really smooth. Probably because I'm watching the football on the other match, on the other screen. Well, I'm not really watching it because it's running there and it's between halves now, but I'm glancing at it from time to time. From what I've seen, Canada should be beating Belgium. And this is such a long run. Why am I subjecting myself to this? They should give me a teleport to exit out here. I might actually use one of those bottles once I'm done. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna run all the way back. Screw that. Did I not open this?
This must be Longdow's dust. The ingredient Vidal's Omega Elixir recipe calls for.
I can't believe you actually found it.
We have to go tell Vidal. Maybe he's been able to translate the rest of the list.
Yeah.
Oh, these chests are respawning. And peach gel is sold everywhere now. Let's get a few more of this. The money is so easy to get in this game. Yeah, let's go to Renit. We never went into that area. World map. Yeah, Laban Tunnel. Oh, we've been to the west one, we haven't been to the east one. Yeah, we might come back for it. Can't be bothered now. Hey, you little shit, we found an item.
Wow, is that Longdow's dust? That's one of the Omega Elixir ingredients! You found it! You really found it!
Yeah, it's proof your research is right.
Thanks! I've just managed to translate the description of the second ingredient. Here, take this and... Whoa.
What's wrong? Your face
Did
is
you
red.
shit your pants?
Hey, you're burning up. It's fine. I'm pretty much always running a fever.
That makes it even worse. We need to get you home so you can rest up.
But I'm still translating the recipe.
Do it at
You
home.
heard me.
Alright. She's scary. Is she your sister or something, Laffy said?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
And why is she almost naked?
Okay. Well, you seem to have a pretty complicated life.
Do you think he's always that sick?
Wouldn't surprise me. I was weak when I was a kid, too.
He's probably been like this since he was born. That must be why his parents named him Videl. It means to live.
Huh. I never thought about that.
Luffy said is like that too. It means one who lives.
One who lives.
And he wants to be an explorer when he grows up. I feel sorry for him.
But if he drinks the Omega Elixir, I think he can get better. When he sets off on his adventures, will you let him aboard the Von Eltia, Eisen?
I suppose I could cut him a deal.
You'd charge him?
I'm a pirate, kid. Comes with the territory. But I promise you, I won't charge him too much.
I suppose that'll have to do.
One who lives. I did not know that Laphicette's name had meaning behind it.
Didn't mean much in the end. I poured my soul into getting him through. But he's still dead all the same. Hope. What a waste.
You really think it was pointless?
What else am I supposed to think? It won't bring him back.
No, he translated it anyway. Collect the horn of a unicorn. Such a creature has been reportedly been sighted at Figal ice caps. We have not been there, so... That's it for now, I guess. Last 4. Let's go. Aberrant Quarter.
Is that a fighting arena of some sort? I don't see any demons around.
Look! There's something spewing out of the middle!
I sense a really malicious force emanating from it.
It's probably the vengeful spirits of those who fought and died here looking for glory!
Thanks for that. Now I've got goosebumps.
Let's try not to wind up as more vengeful spirits.
Specific type of demon. Text summon demons to call demons to the arena and commence battle. After a certain amount of demons have been defeated, more will appear. Battle is over when all demons have been completely wiped out. If you're defeated in battle, you will return to your original pre-battle status. Make sure to prepare yourself thoroughly before stepping up. First time you clear the challenge, you'll receive a reward, so give it your all. Sure.
I'm extra good at beating up the weak ones. Devour! Who's get caught you? Slow down! You won't get away. Thunderclap! Out of my way! Slow down! No escape! Devour! Slow down! No escape! You won't get away. Thunderclap! See this? Right! Devour! Slow down! No escape! No escape! See this? You won't get away. Thunderclap! Devour! Slow down! No escape! You won't get away! Thunderclap! Slow down! No escape! Out of my way! Take that! Devour! Slow down! No escape! Clear off! Take that! Devour! Slow down! Out of my way! Slow down! Take that! Devour! Slow down! No escape! Slow down! No escape! You won't get away!
Seems easy so far.
See this? Slow down! No escape! Out of my way! Kaleido threat! Slow down! No escape! This works! Slow down! No escape! You won't get away! See this? Get it started!
Laugh is at heal me.
But I can't feel the pain! First aid!
Thank you.
Just how does this sword work?
Don't touch it. You'll hurt yourself.
I thought it's gonna be more difficult.
The rest of her is fair game.
Not unless you really want to get hurt.
Got another type of bag. Poison and water element. Okay, yeah, sure. All demons defeated. Allows you to perform different arts by pressing attack while guarding.
Looks like we won't be joining the party.
I can see why this place is the stuff of cautionary bedtime stories.
Not to mention why the Abbey's keeping way the hell away.
We shouldn't let our guard down. But this place could still be a good chance to hone our combat skills.
Indeed. Most everything we fought here seems to follow a pattern. This is a good place for tactical training.
If we ever end up on another island like this one, we should probably come prepared for the kinds of enemies we'll face.
I was just attacking. I think this is on the opposite scale of strategy. Like, I don't really change my strategy and I'm doing just fine. Alright, let's go here then. An island floating in the balmy seas of Southgand. Year-round summer weather has given rise to a distinctive local culture. Let's go then.
It's too bad that wasn't the real Ifreed. But I'm glad everyone on the ship is feeling better.
Yeah. Though it sounds like they never want to touch that Salatoma stuff ever again.
What about Eleanor?
She took it too, and her face went all wow.
Wow, that sounds happy.
I mean how she actually feels.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't fill her up.
She looks like she feels better too.
Good.
You're worried about her, aren't you, Velvet?
No, it's nothing like that.
Let me tell you something, kiddo. When young maidens ripen, they have trouble expressing their feelings.
So Velvet's... ripen?
Magilou! Quit giving Laphicet confusing thoughts!
No trouble expressing those feelings, I see.
They were kind of having creepy conversations with the kid.
The Abbey is supposed to exist to bring peace and order to the world. Everything the Abbey does, everything Lord Melchior and Shepherd Artorias do, it ought to be rooted in that mission. And yet, something just doesn't feel right here.
You are dismissed. That knowledge is not for you.
Something wrong? Whoa! Easy there. Just asking.
Sorry. I was just deep in thought. Is there something you need from me?
Nah. Just heard a bunch of sighs and wondered if you were feeling sick or anything.
No, I drank my Salatoma juice.
Ah. Tasted like crap, didn't it?
It wasn't that bad.
Hey.
What?
Are you afraid of demons?
No, I am not. It's more like I despise them.
Wow. What a bigot.
10 years ago, a group of them attacked my village. They destroyed everything. And everyone.
Including your family?
Yes. The only family I had at that point was my mother. And in all the chaos, she... All I have left of her is this hand mirror she gave me. I didn't want anyone else to have to feel the way I did. And so I became an exorcist in order to destroy demons. So you can keep your pity.
Gotcha. I will then.
And before, it's actually the Abbey who killed her mother. And, she finds out and that changes everything. That'd be such a cliche, though.
What is that?
That's called a pangyon, a type of bird native to this area.
Hengyan.
Their meat is succulent and tender, and makes a lovely stew.
Wow, what's it taste like?
You'd eat that poor thing? Savage.
You're one to talk, demon. It was one of my mother's specialties.
All right, enough of the chit-chat. Magilu, what's this grimoire friend of yours like?
It looks like a book.
Well, how do I put it? Oh. You know, like that.
Like what?
Well, to put it in a way those of meager imagination can understand, Grimm's got a sort of listless, aristocratic air about her. A noble woman in her twilight, you could say.
Huh. So you mean like a woman, but different from Velvet and Eleanor.
You're not wrong there. Tell you what, just keep an eye out for a grown woman.
Grown woman. Okay, I got it.
Well, since we got her name, we could start by asking around.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What's up, kiddo?
Magilu, you're a grown woman yourself. So why is it you have trouble clearly expressing your real feelings?
Good question. Put simply, a long time ago, mine broke. Bagow! Chapoom! Bye-bye!
Your feelings broke?
Come on. Let's question the townsfolk.
City of the Southern Seas. Right, $1 silver coin. And is there even any point jumping down here? Nope. See mini games? Yep. Oh, there's a chest, so maybe we jump down here. Now, how do I?
I knew this would be big. Scout ship setting sail.
Go across to that side. Oh, we're getting red herbs already. And this just takes me back. And I'm guessing the hub is where I get some information.
So how do you like our island? Nice and laid back, right?
It's too hot.
Quite a bit different from Logris.
This place was even more relaxed before the opening. But recently, a lot of our young folk have gone starry-eyed about the city and left us in the lurch.
It's still better than it was when the demons first started showing up. We have the Abbey to thank for that. And because people are traveling more now, the need for ships has skyrocketed. Our lumber industry is booming.
In other words, when the money started flowing, people let it go to their heads?
That and those exorcists and soldiers from the bigger cities, they really seemed sophisticated. People from the other islands wear different clothes and have things we don't, you know?
Getting worked up and worked over by what's trendy. Is that foolishness not the very definition of youth?
If this keeps up, our island's traditions will fade away. That's what worries me.
I understand how you feel, but you have to give young people the freedom to be themselves.
Why is it that every old man in this game looks the same? Oh, there's a ladder. Are they all brothers or identical twins? Maybe there's only one old man in this whole world. And he's just traveling around at the speed of light and making sure he shows up everywhere. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Silky paper. It's odd that things aren't really straight up upgrades for the most part. Wait a sec. How do I have the football stream still up? It keeps freezing and I have to refresh the page. Okay, we check there. That'll be the... There is a... Guessing that's down below. Okay, that's through there. Maybe there's actually more over there, isn't there? Yep. Is this a church? It is. Oh no, is Magala gonna confess again? See, same old guy.
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Oh no, the first time was Velvet, yeah.
I don't think I've done much that needs repenting.
No, my son, you must be mistaken. For I can tell just from how you dress that a great many sins weigh heavily upon your heart. But it's not too late for you yet. You must confess your sins and repent.
Yeah, I hear you, but I really can't think of anything.
Have you ever wielded violence?
No, all I wield are my swords.
Well, have you hurt anybody with your swords?
Yeah, but I haven't been able to land a killing blow yet. I've still got a long way to go. But the next time, I'll kill him.
No, you have it all wrong. You must repent for how you've used your swords.
Oh, I get it. I need to improve my cutting technique, right?
That's not what I meant either.
Ah, then what do you mean? It's a priest's job to guide the layman, right? You'll have to start speaking more clearly if you want anyone to trust your advice. Get your act together, man.
Yes. I'll reflect upon the error of my ways. Wait, what?
Not Shiro, by the way. So the next one is probably going to be Aizen. We haven't seen a cat's chest yet. Really? Really?
It's become common practice to use Southgan lumber for shipbuilding, but there's a reason. Our trees really are the best for it.
Natant trees only grow in Southgand. Their wood is light, tough, and doesn't rot. Perfect for shipbuilding.
You know your stuff. Long ago, before people knew how to build seafaring vessels, Midgan and Southgan were separate countries. Then our ancestors fashioned rafts out of Natant logs and floated all the way to Midgand. A Midgand craftsman, amazed to see a humble raft cross the open sea, returned with our ancestors here to Southgand.
He had used the Natant logs to build a large, sturdy ship.
Thanks to him, commerce took off between Midgand and Southgand, and the Age of Exploration began. The excitement of a new age had everyone floating on air, but within mere decades, Midgand declared war on Southgand.
Ironically enough, it was ships made from trees from their islands that enemies used to invade them.
The fighting continued for a long time, but in the end, Midgand emerged the victor. Our islands were occupied. As hard as things were, our ancestors still liked to joke about it. They'd say, Age of Exploration, more like Age of Exploitation.
When things were that bad, they could still joke about it?
Southganders have always been a cheerful bunch. We tend to look for the silver lining in every cloud.
That's not much of a joke,
like
though.
These days, but Southgand used to be a place where the laughter would never cease. Some people even used to call it Shenanigand.
Shenanigand. This must have been a really fun place.
Why are you giving the boat a massage? And if your bird wants to sleep on your hand, you should just give up your hand as a pillow. That's all you can do. I mean, look at it this way. It's either that or you find a bird that really doesn't want you to touch him. So, pick one. No, cat's chest. 170. Wow. I thought I had enough. Maybe it's time to teach Blanco about consent. Where do I go? I don't know why I always hate island areas in video games. Okay, it's gonna be this way. As long as he's not shitting on your thumb. Just sleeping on your hand. Okay, I'll do a Blanco sleep emote for you. That kid is floating. Oh, look at all the penguins there. Just food waiting to be cooked. Has anyone here tried penguin meat before? What does it taste like? And don't tell me like chicken, okay?
Still no leads on that grimoire lady.
Magulu, when did you get that letter from her you mentioned?
Hard to say. It must have been last year? A decade ago?
Take this seriously, or I'll feed you to the sharks.
Oh, what? I think I'd at least rate a kraken.
Keep this up and I swear I'll eat... It's them!
Oh, it's the siblings.
The final preparations are complete. Once you've assumed your new post, everyone will act on your command.
Thank you, sister. But to be honest, I worry that these shoes I'm filling might just be a bit too big for me.
You need not worry. You possess a special strength and quality that others lack. Shepherd Artorias has high hopes for your deployment to Palamedes. Fear not. Just be yourself and you'll do fine. Believe you're a leader, and you will be.
Yes, I'll try to make you proud, sister.
They're sending him to Palamedes? Is that the name of a facility on this island?
I had better get going.
Safe travels.
Oh, one more thing. Be careful around the demon in Haria. It's stronger than it looks. We've even had some casualties.
Understood.
Also, if you must drink the water, remember to boil it.
Sister...
You're stung by a jellyfish.
I know, I worry
It's on
too
yourself.
much, but I just can't help myself.
So, there's a demon in Haria. Well, sounds like it's a pretty feisty one, too.
If so, it may prove useful.
Still, what magical timing for Oscar to show up here at the very same hour we do.
I understand your suspicion of me, but have you any proof?
None, it's true. But as an exorcist, you're certainly sympathetic to the Abbey's cause.
And soon you may wish we were sympathetic.
Eleanor hasn't been snitching on us. I'm sure of it.
And how would you know? Are you watching her even when she's taking a bath?
Huh? No, I don't. I always stay outside when she's taking a bath. And...
Then isn't it possible she's communicating with the Abbey in secret while you're not there?
You pledged to obey me until the day you die, correct?
Yes, that I did.
Remember, when you two trade blows, only the Abbey wins.
One less demon, and one less traitor for them to worry about.
While we're standing around here arguing, that demon could be attacking Grimoire.
It's true. Let's find some more people to question around town.
I wonder if Grimoire is a Norman or something. Wouldn't be surprised if it is. Vessels and privacy.
So what's it really like?
Huh?
The connection between Moloch and Vessel. Do you share, like, thoughts and feelings?
Sort of. When I'm dwelling inside Eleanor, I can see what she sees and hear what she hears. But I can't read her thoughts or her emotions. Sitting in a box doesn't teach you how the box feels.
I see. In that case, I want to give her as little time alone as possible.
I don't want to bathe with her, alright?
I know. You're a boy and all. For her baths, we can send Bienfu. No, that's a bad idea. It'll have to be Magulu. Or myself.
Phew!
What sort of boundaries have you and Eleanor drawn? How do you sleep?
We talk before bed sometimes. But it's not like I'm sleeping by her side or anything. It's easier for me to tell when she wakes up if I'm dwelling inside her.
Does she ever get out of bed at night?
Not in my experience. And she sleeps so peacefully.
Huh?
When she's around
Weird
you
flex,
guys,
but okay.
she always looks so stern. But when she's sleeping, her expression is softer, you could say. She lets her hair down too. And I think it's kind of prettier that way.
Huh. So that's what he likes. Well, keep an eye on her, but
But?
watch out for the older girls.
Huh?
Older sister, younger brother.
Teresa and Oscar sure seem close.
I've known them since I was an initiate, but I've never seen them quarrel, not even once.
Did you ever fight with your brother, Velvet?
Yeah, I guess I did. Sometimes I'd chew him out, and he'd sulk and stop talking to me, but I found that adorable too.
You did?
No matter how much he dug in his heels, or tried to talk like he was in charge, after a while he'd be right there trailing along behind me.
Like a little puppy dog.
Puppies are a lot more obedient. I always had to keep an eye on him. Little brothers are odd creatures.
Rokuro's a little brother. Is he adorable too?
No.
I don't think a little brother who's out to kill you is in any way adorable.
But Shigure seemed like he was having fun.
Sometimes you just don't make sense.
Huh? I don't know.
Little brothers.
Do you have any siblings?
I'm an only child.
Well then, that's perfect. You pretend the boy is your little brother.
Huh?
That's a bit extreme, but actually, when I'm talking with Lavisette, sometimes I think, this is what having a brother must feel like.
I could be Eleanor's brother.
Don't take any of this nonsense seriously, Lavisette. Malakim are just tools to exorcists. She can never think of you as her brother.
Oh, yeah.
You're wrong. I've changed how I view Malakim. I know that's true because I can think of him as a brother.
Right.
She's all talk. Don't believe her.
It seems to me like you're the one who's treating him as a tool, by forcing your own opinions upon him.
Ooh, two sisters struggling for the affections of their brother. Eeny teeny candlestick, which one will the Muppet pick?
How about an older brother instead?
And how about not having to deal with kids instead? Now that would be nice, wouldn't it? Still trying to fix the football stream. There we go. Should be working now. Every time I look over, somebody's getting hurt. Exclamation marks.
The people of Southgand originally worshipped Aminoch, the Empyrean of Water. The lives of the people of the Southern Isles are inherently tied to the sea. Whether it was gratitude for a good catch or an appeal for protection, everyone offered their prayers to Aminoch.
But the Abbey worships Innominat, don't they? Do the people still keep their faith?
Most of the people obey the will of the Abbey, but one small village deep in Southgand is a special case. The village is called Haria, and even now they keep their faith in Aminoch. They've even quarreled with the Abbey. I'm grateful that they fight off the demons. I really am. But do they have to dictate which gods we worship too?
They think they do. It's their truth. Then again, they can't control what's in your heart, can they?
What does it mean to become an adult?
The eternal question of youth.
Have you ever heard of the ceremony of adulthood? It's a yearly tradition on this island.
If I remember right, it's totally wild. Everyone throws bananas and porridges at each other.
Traditionally, yes, but things have changed over the years. Bananas and porridges are a thing of the past. People are always reaching for bigger and better things, right? In this case, it's watermelons. Whole watermelons.
You're throwing watermelons? That's gotta hurt.
Trust me, I know. But watermelons are the least of our worries. Recently, people have started flinging coconuts.
Coconuts? Those things are as hard as rocks!
Trust me, I know. Like getting hit with a brick. Now, every year, there are some kids who never make it to adulthood.
You don't mean they...
Yeah, I've kept putting it off myself, but it looks like this year I've got no choice but to participate. That's crazy. It's far too dangerous. And more importantly, how does it make someone an adult?
There are ancient traditions that say overcoming danger marks a child's coming of age. Some people still cling to the old ways.
You've hit the nail on the head. There are lots of old folks that sit around complaining how weak us darn kids are. The hypocrites. Back then, they used bananas and watermelons. They even cracked the watermelons ahead of time.
I don't think cracking a coconut would help much either.
So that's why you're standing about looking blue.
I'm so ashamed of myself for being scared.
If you don't want to do the ceremony, why not just skip it?
I'd love to, but I don't really have a choice. I wouldn't be able to show my face around here if I chickened out.
Having the courage to say no to something you don't feel is right. Isn't that the true mark of an adult?
Wait.
You're right! Now I can finally become an adult! Oh, yeah! Look how grown up I am!
And getting carried away with yourself and acting the fool is the true mark of immaturity.
Sorry. You're right.
And these guys are hardcore. What kind of minigame is this? Oh, cards. Eh. Actually, let's play with the cards again. I'm losing this. Oh, or not. I reversed it. Wanted that. More protagonists. I'll finish it. Three losses. Amazing.
Scout.
What do we need for the chest? 160, 170 something? Okay. New stuff. We're gonna swap to this after the remaster. One of them. And let's work on the boots. And yep, this thing. Oh, I didn't realize there were things she didn't work on yet. New daggers, yes please. New talisman. And nothing here. Let's do a quick save, and I'm gonna take a break now. It might be a bit long, but I'll try and do it as quickly as possible. Connection is a little unstable, so hopefully it doesn't go away. See you in a few minutes.